Hello. In today's video, I will talk about the Eight of Pentacles. So, how I understand this card is, for one, it's the Eight of Pentacles, which means in a regular deck of cards, we are talking about the Eight of Diamonds. The Buddha family I associate with this particular suit is Ratna. The element is earth. The color is yellow or gold. And the basic quality of this particular family is going to be equanimity, groundedness, abundance, that kind of theme. This card, the Eight, is often called the Apprentice card. And it represents mastering a skill, studying one's field, concentrating on perfecting your craft. And so it's going to, it's often going to arise when we're talking about, someone who's working hard to master something, someone who's working hard, studying something, perfecting whatever it is that they're working with. In its upright position, this card is going to represent practice and working to perfect your skill, or working to perfect yourself in your particular field. In its reversed position, however, this card is going to talk more about self-improvement, working on this internal place, so this card in its reverse position has like a dual meaning. It could mean like this self-improvement, working to improve this, this inner quality of the person, or it could mean that your view is too narrowly focused and that it needs to expand. You've lost sight of the bigger goal. And so when perfecting one's skill, you are honed too narrowly in and don't see how it relates to the bigger whole. What popped into my mind as I was saying that is this problem that there was for a time. I don't know if it still exists, but there was this problem in medicine where doctors were far too focused on the science of things that they weren't considering the person as an actual human being. And so there was a call at one point for people outside of the medical field to become doctors and to study medicine, because they needed people who had like a broader view of life and of the human experience than just the science of medicine. And so in its reverse position, it could be speaking to something like that, where it's like, you're excellent at the science, but you're missing the human element, or you've perfected this particular thing, right? Like whether it's, you're a surgeon and you're very highly skilled at what you do, but you've forgotten that the whole body is a full being. And, you know, what is that? Like the hip bone's connected to the thigh bone, and the thigh bone's connected to the knee bone. Like that is what kind of comes to mind, like forgetting that interconnectedness of the being. This card was pretty fun to co-create. It was a card that felt, as it was coming to the end of this journey with the co-creation of the cards, the artwork, trying to bring alive this voice that was speaking through me. It was like it was speaking to this perfecting, working with these cards and perfecting this, speaking this voice on, well, I was going to say paper, but on, you know, like in this, on the iPad, like this kind of drawing this voice that I was like feeling, or this energy that I was feeling, and putting it into a form that could be shared widely and could be interpreted more widely than my own self. And so as this card came up, I remember working with that concept and thinking about that concept as like, this is kind of what I'm doing right now, or what's happening in my life right now. And so the card was a lot of fun to co-create. It took a lot of time, but it wasn't one of the cards that felt challenging in a, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to get this one out there to the world kind of way. It was more, it was work, but it was like a joyful kind of work. It was like a joyful, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we got this far. I can't believe this, you know, like this deck is really coming to life and is actually going to turn into like a full deck. And so working with this card started, you know, this kind of amazement at how far I had come with the deck, and just kind of like this joy at the work that was put into it, the life that was put into it, the heart and the openness that was required in order for this deck to actually manifest. And so I think that this was, you know, this was perfect timing for this card to be the third to last card of the deck to be realized. I feel like that's all I want to say about this card for now. In the next video, I will talk about the Nine of Pentacles. I look forward to sharing that video with you soon. Thank you so much for joining me.